All right, happy Sunday. It is 7 o'clock on Sunday, March 8th, and we are looking at an interesting work week ahead weather-wise. Hey everyone, meteorologist Marissa Wallace in here to take a look at what we can expect moving through this week ahead. If you have any questions throughout this time, please ask them below. I'm here to answer them for you too. If you've got any events going on this week, please let me know as well. Would love to help you out there with a forecast. But before we take a look ahead, I want to take a look also at what unfortunately that we have had here in the state this past week. So we're going to take a look again at what we've got going on. Unfortunately, what kind of happened on Friday. Of course, we had a chance for some strong to severe storms here in southeast Michigan. Thankfully, we really didn't see much aside from some good thunderstorms roll through, some pea-sized hail as well, and some heavy rain at times. But unfortunately, on the west side of the state, these are the latest tornado reports that have come in. The National Weather Service has done damage survey so far, but they're still going to continue that too, so we could see some updates here. But right now, it was one supercell thunderstorm that moved across the southwestern part of the state and spawned at least 3 tornadoes. One was in Three Rivers. This was one of the first ones, an EF2 strength, so winds 130 miles per hour. And then, of course, a lot of the video that we have been seeing coming out of Union City caused by at least an EF3 tornado, winds 150 miles per hour, and then also another weaker tornado was spawned towards the end of the life of that supercell thunderstorm. This was in Clarendon Township, an EF0 tornado, so wind gusts near 85 miles per hour. We're going to continue to get updates from the National Weather Service. They continue, of course, to go out and survey the damage, and also with the better weather today, hopefully they were able to see more and get a final determination on how strong these tornadoes were, if there was any connection between the one in Three Rivers, if it actually stayed on the ground all the way to Union City. That is a possibility, but potentially not. But again, one supercell thunderstorm that rolled across the area. And I want to take a look, backtracking all the way back to Friday evening and taking a look at radar. This is going to loop through. I'll take off the lightning so it's a little bit easier to see this thunderstorm. It started off actually all the way back in northwestern Indiana, very close to Lake Michigan, and then it rapidly developed. We had a lot of moisture in place. We had some warm temperatures as well, and then even some energy aloft that helped push this storm. And it's just mainly one cell that got very strong as it crossed over into the state of Michigan, and you can see that cell there getting close to 131 south of Kalamazoo, even a hook echo. That is very common with supercell thunderstorms that produce tornadoes, and you can see that hook shaped again. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, well, I'm going to backtrack it just a bit as it starts to weaken here, but let me get to right about there. I mean, that is textbook, unfortunately, for thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms that can produce tornadoes. There is a hook shape right here, and usually that tornado is just about here in this direction. So you can see that this supercell thunderstorm did produce that hook shape. The entire storm system itself was rotating, and we even backtrack here where we have that hook shape again. This was closer to Three Rivers. So yes, looking at that, where that unfortunate tornado developed. Of course, this was a deadly tornado too, so my thoughts go out to all of those that were impacted by this storm as it moved on through. It is a great reminder that Mother Nature can be very, not necessarily unpredictable, but even if we're unfortunately in just, a marginal risk for severe weather, which is 1 out of 5 on the scale, you could still have devastation just like this. It took one supercell to move through across a long region to unfortunately produce these tornadoes. So please keep that in mind as we continue to go into our severe weather season here in Michigan. It does not take much to have a strong cell develop, even if it's only for one spot in particular, while everyone else does not see anything at all. So keep that in mind again as we go. All right, let's switch our weather focus and talk about what we've got going on right now. I mean, honestly, a beautiful day across the area. Yes, I could have done with a little bit less in the wind factor here. Winds are warming us up, but they are also making it feel just a bit colder across the area. Right now, we're in the mid to upper 50s. We are just about to get to sunset in about 20 minutes. Happens at 7:30 on this evening, thanks to the start of daylight saving time. We have mid 50s. Our temperatures are down about 2 degrees from our highs this afternoon. We'll continue to fall as we move into tonight, but we're going to warm right back on up moving into tomorrow. We're not only quiet here across our our region, but we're actually quiet across a good chunk of the country. I'm going to zoom out. We have rain, showers, and storms well off to the south, but for us through the Midwest right now, it is quiet, and it is going to stay quiet for your Monday. I hope you're ready for more sunshine and warm temperatures, because take a look at the futurecast here. Tonight, mostly clear skies. We will be looking at our temperatures sliding close to 40 degrees again. A few of us stopping in the low 40s, some of us into the upper 30s, but overall close to 40. And then we have more sunshine throughout the entire day tomorrow, with some winds still out of the southwest, so keeping it breezy, but the breeze is going to pull in some warmer temperatures. So tonight we are going to be looking at clear skies. Temperatures will slowly fall all the way to the time we get to sunrise tomorrow, down into the low to mid 40s in most spots. But again, there will be a few places that fall all the way into the upper 30s to start off your Monday. And then take a look at this. It's going to be a slow roll out here of your hour by hour forecast for Monday, mid to upper 60s for our high temperatures. Yes, we may even see a 7 in the front of the numbers here. We may get to 70 in a couple of spots on your Monday. So a very warm day, well above average for this time of year. It is going to be warm across the entire region. I want to take a look at high temperatures expected everywhere. We are expecting highs to climb into the upper 60s. So about 10 degrees warmer even than what we saw today. Winds will be out of the southwest, 10 to 15, gusts near 25. Similar to today, a little bit lighter, but not that crazy. But temperatures upper 60s. The record high, for tomorrow is 71. So we're going to be close to that. We'll see if we make it to that point. Definitely well above average by at least 20 degrees, if not 25 degrees. And we are going to keep some warmth as we move into the following days behind tomorrow. Unfortunately, though, we're not going to keep the sunshine. So enjoy the sunshine for the remainder of the day today. Enjoy the sunshine tomorrow, because Tuesday, clouds roll in. And then we're also looking at the chance, unfortunately, not only for rain showers, but thunderstorms. And a few of those thunderstorms may be strong to severe yet again. It's very common. I always like to say, when we get warm days like this, you think this isn't normal, right? This isn't really average. And that is exactly what kind of helps spark some strong to severe thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are a good way to try to get everything back to average. That wants to find the balance. The atmosphere wants to find the balance. So when you have really warm days like this, or warmer humid days as well, something is going to come in to try to get us back to average. So storm systems develop too. We've got different kind of airflow patterns over the country, and that kind of helps, again, produce these big storm systems that move through and kind of mellow everything back out and get us closer to average. So unfortunately, we have to get through those processes, and that's what we're experiencing this week. Now, it's still going to be warm on Tuesday, mid-60s, chance for a few spotty showers during the day, but Tuesday night will be our first chance to potentially have strong to severe storms, and then continuing that into early Wednesday, as there's a good chance we'll have kind of rounds of storms roll through, and then we'll keep the rain showers throughout the entire day on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday night, there's a chance we may see a quick changeover to a little bit of snow. You can see temperatures drop into the upper 20s by Thursday morning. I don't expect much, if any, accumulation in the snow department there Wednesday, but still worth a mention. Thursday will be dry, and then Friday we have another system to bring a rain-snow mix, and potentially again also on Sunday. Temperatures do get cooler, as you can see, highs back into the 40s, but if you remember back to the previous slide, the average high is 43 degrees. So again, we're going from something that's unusually warm. It's not unheard of, but not normal for this time of year. We have to get through this big system, which is going to knock us back to our average kind of conditions later this week. So that's what we're looking at. We do right now already have the Storm Prediction Center issuing their convective outlook, so the potential for severe storms right now, Tuesday night into Wednesday. We're in a similar situation of what we had just last week on Friday into Saturday. We're in the marginal risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, which means an isolated severe storm is possible. So keep an eye on the forecast. You can see the yellow, which is not too far from us. It's actually cutting out a small portion of Lenawee County, and that means that scattered severe thunderstorms are possible. There's a better chance that we could have severe thunderstorms Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So please, again, keep a look at that. Now, I want to show just one weather model. I don't want you to get too hooked on it just yet, because we're still talking about 48 hours out and even a little bit more than that. But this is starting Tuesday morning. A few showers on and off throughout the day. Not expecting much, though, So the cloud cover and the few spotty showers could hinder storm development. However, much like what we had on Friday, we'll keep an eye on what develops to our west-southwest and watch where it moves, because that's what we had on Friday as well. Everything was developing in an environment that was much more conducive for strong to severe storms. And then we watched as they moved into our area, and we were hoping that they would weaken, because we did actually have fairly stable conditions across southeast Michigan, and a lot of the storms at least weakened enough where they weren't considered severe. Some of them still brought some heavy downpours and some hail, but they did weaken enough that we weren't too worried about them. So we'll keep an eye on that again as we move into your Tuesday night. So this is Tuesday night. Some stuff starts to pop on the west side of this state, and we'll see if we get this development like this model is showing. This is the graph model showing a big kind of push and strong energy Tuesday night, and then we could potentially see another round getting into early Wednesday morning, and then moving throughout the day on Wednesday, we turn to more widespread rain moving on through, and potentially some heavy rain at times as well. So active weather definitely expected. This storm system's pretty big. I'm not going to go all the way through Wednesday night, but you can see on the backside of the system we have snow here, so there's a good chance that that's going to cycle on through. So active conditions expected again. Please have ways to be alert when we do have severe storms. We of course have our phones, which are good. We always cover it here on channel 7 too. We will cut in onto any programming if we do have a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning issued. We'll continue to keep you posted tomorrow as well as into Tuesday with some better timing as we get closer to the event as well. And then of course the outdoor sirens too. Now this is a case-by-case basis on what your municipality decides to do with the outdoor siren. If it's for a tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning, they will cycle it on through. It's not just for a tornado warning these days, but also those sirens, they are meant to notify people outside. They are not meant to notify you in your home. So I know there's some discussion that we have going on in the community here in our region that is talking about not having those sirens going off anymore, not spending the money for them because we have the alerts on our phone. But those are meant for people outside, which are most likely doing things where they wouldn't have their phone. You know, you're enjoying the outdoors, you're walking, maybe you're playing a sport at the time. That's what those sirens are meant to notify you that we're looking at that severe weather coming on through, and you should seek shelter. Not when you're inside somewhere and you do have access to some devices like this, like your phone or of course the TV or something like that. So just keep that in mind again as we get into Tuesday night and Wednesday. If you have any questions and I'm no longer live, please get them down below. I would love to help answer your questions. I'm going to leave the 7-day forecast up. Again, the biggest story, warm, sunny, still a bit breezy tomorrow. We'll have, again, a pretty nice day, and then everything changes moving into the middle part of the week. Few showers Tuesday, but keep an eye on strong to severe storms Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Temperatures will still be warm leading into all of this, and then temperatures fall on the backside of this system, and that'll be back down closer to what's average for this time of year. Also, again, could break a record tomorrow. We'll see. The record currently stands at 71. The forecasted high, 68, so 3 degrees shy of that. We'll see if we can make it there. All right, I hope you guys all have a good, sorry, I was just reading a comment over here. What is the hourly forecast for Wednesday? I can tell you pretty much every single hour has rain on it. Thunderstorms are best early in the morning. Oh my goodness, sorry. High temperatures will be in the upper 50s, as you can see, and then temperatures drop as we get towards the late afternoon and evening all the way into the upper 20s. Can't give you specifics on when exactly severe weather is going to happen on Wednesday. We're still way too far out. The storms haven't developed yet, but there's a good chance Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning for the potential strong to severe storms. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Keep your questions coming. I'll continue to answer them as we move through the rest of the night. And then I hope to see you here. Again, I want to make this a weekly segment, Sundays at 7 right here to give you an outlook on your weekly forecast. Always ask me your questions, and I'm here to help answer them too and help you get through the week as well. Hopefully the sunshine today helped brighten your day, brighten your weekend, and the sunshine continues to brighten your week next week, starting tomorrow. All right, have a good one, everyone.